Hello, welcome back to another video. So, the subject of this information video is mainly basically the lore. So, if you don't know, lore means story. So yeah, when I say the lore, I mean the story of the tournament. So, even though I understand what's going on in the tournament completely because I made it, there's some things that I realize some people don't understand about the tournament. So basically, if you want to know, like, basically what on earth is going on the entire time, then, yeah, this particular video is probably the video that you're probably going to want to listen to. This really is just, like, more of a podcast style video than actual video. So, yeah. Right now, you could either just sit in your chair and look at the picture I put on the screen, or you can just not do that. So, let's start. Essentially, we're going to break this down video by video, sort of, or part by part. So, in the first stick tournament, other than showcasing the characters, it's also basically like training. Now we'll get on the subject of what the training dummies are, whether human, robotic, or simulated. Well, I'll talk about that sometime later. I actually really haven't decided that yet. Anyway, yeah, that's what the first part is. Except, what may be confusing is the part when that one training dummy gets into the room with Cyan. Essentially, Cyan created the one portal in Orange's fight, and the dummy went through it. Like a dummy. Yeah, he got killed. He got vaporized by that laser. If you're curious what happened there. Now, there actually I've been deciding on the characters having names. And in the end, I think it'll line up more later, but essentially calling them colors has been done many other times. And also there's going to be more reasons why they aren't just going to be called by their colors anymore. But I won't reveal that yet. After all, I'm trying to reveal little by little, sort of. Keep things interesting, unravel it piece by piece, etc. So yeah, essentially, we'll get into Purple's story later, but Purple's name is Atai, if I can remember that. The owner's name is not Brown. I forget. I kind of forgot what his name is. Gary, I think. Yeah, Gary. His name is Gary. So, Atai, currently all you know about Atai is he's basically the owner's bodyguard. Anyway, yeah. You would think it's kind of surprising that the owner's bodyguard is participating in this tournament, but yeah. Basically, Gary let Atai participate. The light blue guy. So basically, I'm going to tell you some more important names here. But yeah, you can see light blue cheating. Now the thing is, you would think, oh, there are cameras in the room, right? Because yes, this does have modern technology. And I'll get more into the world they live in, the fantasy world they live in more later. But right now, we're mainly talking about just the tournament. So, the first cheater, light blue. Now, I guess it's important to explain what they're trying to do. You see, whenever this tournament was first announced, a year prior to when it actually happened, there was a lot of public outcry against it, as many people saw it as cruel, unjust, and unfair. In the end, the tournament basically was this thing to gather 16 of the world's greatest fist fighters together. There were a couple rules. Firstly, there were no powers allowed to be used. Now that actually might make things confusing because you can plainly see purple and light blue and others using powers. The thing is, not purple, Atai, and I'll tell you light blue's name later. But yeah, the thing is, I actually didn't decide on much of this about some of this. You see, early on, I was kind of lazy in the first and second animations, and because I was terrible, and still am pretty terrible at animating walking, I just used the speed things. So actually, the only two people that have power, well, actually there are a couple, but that's the reason why almost everyone seems to have powers for the first two occasions. But yeah. Anyway, I guess I might as well reveal Light Blue's name. His real name is Kelber. That's basically inspired by, because he's light blue and stuff. I mean, his powers aren't ice themed, but I like whenever I thought of names for him, I just thought, Kelber, that ice dude that's an animator for Minecraft. So yeah, that's his name now, Kelber. So Light Blue is Kelber. Essentially, Kelber and the other dude, the black-white/red dude, I don't know. Also one thing. He's really a black stick figure, but he has white and red powers, so he was able to get two different people, but they were both the same, registered in the tournament. Now you might be confused why cheaters would register in the tournament. Well, for one thing, the winner actually gets $10 million. However, there is a catch to this tournament. Yellow does get the $10 million. But the thing is, there's another additional part in the contract. If you win, you have to be the champion in the next tournament, which means you have to fight the final place person in the next tournament. So yeah, Yellow, we're going to see Yellow come back. I didn't really decide on a name for Yellow. I need to do that. So how about, let's see. I just need to make a whole video, just like a mini video, like names for me to remember. I gotta think up of one because I actually didn't think about that. That's gonna be important going on, I guess. I mean, really, Yellow's name's not important now, so let's just leave him as Yellow. We're gonna talk about more important characters. So Black's real name actually isn't known. Now that I think of it, Black never revealed his name and never got the chance to reveal his name. Pink is really the only person who knew anything about him. And we'll get into more stuff about that later. So in the second animation, which was about the preliminaries, basically, now there is one say a whole bunch of this stuff there was no references given to in the animation at all. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that had no references in this animation. So yeah, sorry about the complete cluelessness of you guys about what was going on. Because there wasn't actually a lot of information given in this tournament, and I probably should have given a whole lot more. But it's a lot easier to just tell you through talking. So basically, in the first animation, all the fights are being held in succession except for Yellow and Purple's. So the reason why it goes to Meanwhile is because Brown found out. Now I kind of forget how I found out. Not Brown. Gary found out that Light Blue was cheating. So, oh wait, yeah, I forgot. The room that Kelber went into, for some reason, had a camera. Had cameras actually, but he used his powers to destroy them, or at least he thought he destroyed them. But one of them survived. So yeah, Kelber got caught. And that's why Yellow and Purple's fight was held at the same time. So Purple could inconspicuously just leave the fight, which is practically the reason why Yellow won. So yeah, I actually had a lot more cool reasons and stuff. A lot of these fights were actually tuned down because I wasn't capable of meeting my own wishes. So yeah, a lot of the fights were actually not what I wanted to have. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, yeah. That's why Ty left the fight and went to go save Dark Blue. Which, yeah, Dark Blue doesn't have a name because he's not an important character. So yeah, obviously Ty beat Kelber. And Kelber got locked up. That's why Telber. Yeah, that's why Ty left to go lock Kelber up. And then Gary went to interrogate Kelber, and Kelber revealed there's another cheater. That's all he revealed. So the goal of these two cheaters was actually to take this entire tournament down. And that's what they came sort of close to doing. Kelber got eliminated early on. The whole idea was for them to get close enough to Gary to kill him. And in the end, if if a tie wasn't there, then Black almost certainly would have killed Gary on the spot. Not that Gary is completely helpless. Gary hasn't unleashed anything, but he does have some power. And we'll see that later. Much, much later, though. Well, actually, not that much later if my plans go as planned. Anyway, so basically the whole idea was to kill Gary. And they failed. In the end, Kelber ended up getting locked up, and Black ended up getting killed by a tie. And, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So the next animation, the one which actually had music for the first time, basically, Yellow, in the end, Black could have easily taken down Yellow, as you can tell. But in the end, my system decreed that Yellow had to win. So, yeah. That forced me to make, in a crazy twist, Yellow manages to actually prepare quick enough to punch Black. In the end, Black made the dumb mistake of teleporting away instead of just killing Yellow, which led to him being exposed by Yellow to Gary. So then Pink, whose name, is actually Fiona, if I remember correctly, it basically fights the other dude and knocks him out. So actually there might be another thing I need to establish. To win the fight in this tournament, you don't have to kill anyone or do anything like that. Essentially, there are a couple ways you can win. You can either beat them up so much that they can't even fight you. You can knock them out. Killing isn't not an option in this tournament. Anyway, and yeah, this definitely, as you can tell, would inspire some rage in the people who heard this. Of course, this world is very much not the real world in a lot of ways. Firstly, there are people with powers in it, so that would change things a lot. Anyway. So, basically, after... Let's see, where was I? So yeah, after that, Fiona gets literally impaled with a fist, which that became a theme through the second half of that animation.
No.
I think I was I don't remember what I was watching. I think I was watching Shadow Creeper and it's oh, this is a cool mechanic. Yep. Anyway, yeah, the dialogue. I had to think of something to fill up the talking, to fill up before Fiona fights this gray dude. Yeah, it was cringy, very, very cringy. The whole fight with Fiona and Dark Gray was like a whole bunch of cringe. So yeah, very cringy. Anyway, yeah, Black finally gets a brilliant idea to help with this mistake. Since he knows he can't just walk in there, he decides, oh look, Fiona just got absolutely beat up. What if I go ahead, heal her, and then we make an alliance or whatever. So yeah, basically what happens is he makes an alliance with her, they merge, and yeah, now he's got camouflage, and not pink. What Fiona gets out of it is powers temporarily, and also Fiona doesn't want this anymore. Fiona wants to take it down. Black did promise her money though, actually $100,000. Yeah, apparently that was incentive enough for her to go throw away the chance to make $10 million. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Very intelligent, Fiona. Anyway, yeah. Then the cyan person is, funnily enough, named Ciara. Both cyan and pink are girls. They're the only girls, and they will always be the girls in the tournament. Everyone else is a boy. Because all the other colors, I feel like, could be both colors. Also, I just feel like there shouldn't exactly be very many girls fighting in such a situation. So yeah, they're gonna be the minority. Yeah. So yeah, Ciara in the end sadly gets to be the victim of Fiona and Black's rage. Sadly. So yeah. Purple comes in a little too late to save Ciara, so Ciara dies. In the end, you might be curious what happens to Fiona. In the end, the punch and all the fighting, the punch basically hit her so hard that it killed her and demerged her with Black. So Black was fine, because Black's insanely durable compared to her. And, yeah. But she didn't survive. So yeah, that's another reason why you don't ever learn Black's name. Black never tells anyone, and and Fiona gets killed, and so the information dies with her and Black. So yeah, in the end, Purple was strong enough to beat Black, and the reason why Gary is happy is because, let's just say Gary's not a good guy. I mean the fact that he kind of organized this tournament. So actually, yeah, that brings up the subject. Who is the good guy? Because, I mean, on one hand, you've got the people running the tournament who are allowing people to fight possibly to the death. And then you have the other dudes. The dudes are trying to stop this. Now, I think they are kind of hypocritical. So, yeah, basically this story kind of is a little bit interesting. So I think the people who are attacking the tournament were kind of hypocritical. Because on one hand, I mean, did you see how... I mean, it's not really a good example. Kelber absolutely beating up the training dummies. But it's a much better example. Black's actions. Black did not have to kill Ciara. Black did not have to do that. And he did it anyway. Well, Fiona and Black. And then, yeah. So in my opinion, none of them are the good guys. Not even a top. No one really is the good guy in this tournament. Everyone's the bad guy, pretty much. There is no good guy, really. And everyone believes they're the good guy. The good guy. Everyone believes they're the good guy, but they're all the bad guys. Yep, so yeah, add moral dilemma into the tournament. So yeah, that's basically the entire Stick Tournament's lore. Well, not entirely, but we're gonna have more on that, because this is a 5-episode playlist. Oh yeah. And yeah, that's all for episode 1. Bye. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you learned a lot about this. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Did I miss?